Yes, can you hear me? Yes or no? Hello? Test. Yes. Sandeepani, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay, we'll see. So we have again 40 minutes. Uh, Vajra? Vajra? Yes. 9 people. Vajra, can you hear me? So what about Yasomani? Can you hear me? Galaxy J8. Damini? Lakwal? Lakwal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Damini? Vajra, are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, wait. Yasomani? Yasomani, can you hear me? Hello? Is Nilu Shahirat?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. What is your school? Malki Sara?
Al-Hira, sir.
Sorry?
Al-Hira Muslim Mahavidyalaya.
Alira?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, what I was doing, sharing the screen. Everybody can see the Excel sheet, no?
Yes.
Vajra, can you see it?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, just think about how to reduce W's. Just reduce W's means you need to show the part at least score 40 marks. For 40 marks, you need to practice them picture description, note and notices, that prepositions and fill in the blanks, that first question, and also chart analysis. Likewise, you have it, but I can't say it school to school. For example, in Al-Hira also having Al-Hira Muslim. It says that 69 students are ready to fail. What do you feel, Malki?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, in Alhira,
Yeah.
number of failures according to term test marks is 69.
Yes.
Can you see
Uh,
why this is very bigger number? Do you have any suggestions to reduce these W's?
so most of the students were absent last days. That
Sorry?
means most of the students were absent last days. Last days means before 3 months for exam.
Uh-huh.
So I conducted classes, evening classes, but most of the students are not participated there.
So they are absent.
Yeah, that means absent for school
In
also.
that case, first discuss with the principal. I discussed with carpentry, who is doing the carpentry. Uh, just discuss with your principal. I have met your principals couple of times. Just discuss with your principal and see what you can do to reduce the absentees. If not, this will become a big headache for the division because 69 students. But I have given the target to pass 49 students out of 91 total. Is it possible? Only 49 you have to pass at least because there are students from 25 students, 21 to 30, 7 students, 31 to 39. Malki?
Yes, sir.
So you have to try. And Lakwan, Lakwan from Sebastian. Yes, Lakwan, are you there? Lakwan, I can't hear you. You have muted.
I can hear you.
Okay, fine. So,
Can you hear me?
what is, yes, I can hear. What is the procedure to reduce this 125 failures? I mean, are you doing Google Classrooms or WhatsApp groups or something like that for grade 11 nowadays?
Yes, sir. Already we are using the Google Classroom. We are already sending some
Is it, I mean, is
lessons
it
and
worthwhile?
papers.
Because I don't know whether every and each students can they do they have the access to internet and smartphones and tablets or laptops? Is it worthwhile?
That problem is late. So,
Sorry?
so that problem is there. So
Yeah.
we find it difficult to access that problem. Also. So as much as possible, uh, almost all our teachers are sending
Mm-hmm.
some lessons and papers.
Mm.
So we have to start something when the students come to school, and we meet students at the school. No?
Yeah, the thing is, Lakwan, that starting point is it's a dilemma. We don't know the exact date of starting schools. Obviously, it's somewhere in June, I guess. So the thing is, you have to plan a proper mechanism as soon as I mean at the from the first date. So school will be started after cleaning and everything. You just need to start teaching only. In the teaching also, you are going to change your timetables. The previous timetable will not be implemented hereafter, and we are not going to come to your schools for zonal supervisions and team inspections. Anything not going to be conducted in these days, but we are coming to your schools to check whether what you are going to do to increase the result. So your timetable will be changed and you have to discuss and you have to get a sufficient time to increase the results for English subjects. As far as you know, main emphasis will be given not to the English but to the maths and Sinhala, isn't it? In the schools. So, can you hear me, Vajira?
Yes.
Okay. So that's why you need to make a proper plan to reduce this board number. And I have given target just making the total of these two cohorts. So each and every school, you need to have a proper plan. Maybe if the school I don't know whether they are going to start on next week, I mean week after next. If they are not going to start week after next, maybe especially in rural schools, if they don't have net access, just discuss with the principal. You may need to
Sir?
some hard copies and send it to them through parents. Because some schools they are doing that because they have put some materials in some shops and ask parents to come and grab them. They need to pay and they are taking those papers because otherwise you don't have sufficient time to increase results after starting the schools. Can you understand my point? What you need to do is proper plan and do something implementing have to be started from right now. And the other thing is, so many materials have been shared through the English professionals group, as well as some people in our zone also. You are encouraged to share your own findings, especially I'd like to thank Mr. Vajira. Vajira sent me a lot. We are going to post those things in provincial websites as well as our zonal websites as well as our group. So if you are handy with your materials, you have some productions, maybe videos and other things. One teacher from Kottaramula Sinhala, Srilal. I don't know, Srilal is here. He is very good in making creating weird videos. So if you are good with some technical things, you can do something and send it to me or share with WhatsApp groups and our Facebook groups as well. So you need to think about these marks and Holy Family Balika. Do you have? Is there anybody from Holy Family Balika? Holy Family Balika
Yes,
Marvilla.
Kumari.
Is there anybody?
Kumari is
Yes, because especially those
Holy
convents. Who is the Holy Family teacher?
Yes, she's there. Wait a minute, sir.
Kumari.
Kumari. Who is
Yes.
it?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Especially in your case, because you have only girls, no, you may have less number of problems compared to the mixed schools because all are ladies.
Yes.
You need to reduce
Yes.
this number and also you need to increase this age, still 26 A's.
Yeah.
Because in
26.
Venako division they have good number, I mean higher A's. So you need to think because being a convent and being a prestige school in the division, you have to
Yeah.
think about increasing A's and B's. So increasing A's and B's and reducing W's is two different scenarios. You have to understand that from one setting you can't do both of those things. You got my
Yeah.
point. For
Yes.
those who are having very lack of knowledge, you need to show them correct path of grabbing marks, and how to improve their writing skills at least to get S pass. But for
Yes.
these people who are having S and especially C, you need to give the so many for the second part because after the 8th question there are a little bit difficult questions comes in the paper. For the second part,
Yes.
you have to train these students for the second part to get a A. So that's why when the school starts, you need to
Yes, sir.
follow different themes. So maybe 2 or 3 teachers have to follow the procedures. So,
Yes.
so right, like other in Dhammis, Nishani, are you there?
I'm here.
Savior, is somebody there? Saint Savior. Gavini, Gavini, are you here?
Sir,
Gavini,
I can hear, sir.
yes. You need to go to these schools where there are.
can hear you, sir.
Yes, your program should be changed to. You need not to
Sir,
go to.
I can hear you, sir. I can
Okay,
hear.
okay. Gamini, you have to visit these schools frequently to reduce number of
Okay,
W.
sir.
So because you have
Okay,
4 days
sir.
to go to school visits and 1 day for the office. You don't have any divisional supervision or zonal supervisions. And myself, I am going to visit these schools. So what you
Yeah.
need to do is you have to plan beforehand. After starting the schools, you don't have the
Sir?
time to plan. Just plan something and discuss with the principal. Then only you will be given priority after starting the schools. Otherwise, the math teachers and science teachers will be given the priority, so no English will be taught maybe once for a couple of days. So it doesn't work because you know math and science research percentage is very higher comparing to the science, comparing to the English. So if you need to increase English results, you have to work hard and the proper planning is necessary. Proper planning in the sense you have to practice those students to grab marks. That's the main and important thing. Please keep it in mind. Just don't try to cover the each and every parts in the syllabus. If you are going to do it again, you are going to vanish. I mean, destroy the time. It doesn't work because you don't have time. Especially bigger schools, you may have ability to give so many papers in the financial side. Just go with papers and let them to do and discuss the papers. And especially that smaller schools, just make some model answers, special for letter writing, note and notices and bachas, make some model questions and give it to them just to read and read. Then they will by heart the terms and words. Then they will learn, especially the picture description. That's a definite question. You have to practice them picture description and analyzing the bar charts or pie charts or whatever. So that's how we are making easy to grab marks. And you understand. Otherwise, if you just go and doing working with papers without proper plan, it doesn't make any sense, and you are not going to increase the results. Can you hear me? Hello? Yes? Okay. So that is the present scenario I need to show you. If you have some materials which is helpful, or if you have found some YouTube links or video links which is beneficial to improve maybe A passes, maybe S passes, but please share with us in the group. And if you need any help, please um, ask me or your ISA. So other than that, I don't know, Gami is here. So what you can add, maybe your suggestions are appreciated. The teacher with the luck one is from what is the school?
Sebastian Central College, Cotton area.
Cotton area?
Cotton area, Sebastian.
Cotton area Sebastian. It's father's school, no? Father Ranga.
Yes.
Okay. So you can add or you can present your ideas here. So it's up to you. So yes. If you have some.
Sorry, sir.
No, you can present your ideas right now because I have told you so many things. So your suggestions are welcome.
Regarding our results, next year's results.
Yes, regarding the results and how to improve results and some ideas to improve results.
Yes, as usual. We have after school sessions, no?
You are having
2
some.
hours long after school session 4.
Yeah, again the one thing is luck one for the after school session. I don't think after school sessions will be permitted because it is said that secretary is going to issue a circular. The schools has to conduct up to 3 p.m. So after 3 p.m., it's not possible to conduct after school classes. I mean, it might be possible, maybe night classes, but I don't know whether
This
this
is
pandemic
what
things
we
how.
have done so far.
Huh?
That is the procedure we followed so far. So we have to change according to the
Yes, yes.
new
Each
system.
and every school had the same procedure, but after this pandemic issues, I don't know what will happen. So that's why we need to think a bit. Sometimes the chances you are going to meet your students might be very low because you will be alone some time after you have 9 periods. No, I mean 9 subjects. So that's why if you have ability, please create some videos which can be learned by students without teachers' help. For example, if you are creating PowerPoint presentations, that should be used by students without teachers' help, and it should be goes in very easily stepwise. If it is, if if you are there, it doesn't matter. But if you are not there, if you are using WhatsApp or Google Classroom or Facebook or other medias, if students can't understand things without the teacher, those videos are not important. I mean, it doesn't work. Can you get my point?
Yes,
Even the PowerPoint presentations,
yes.
you, you have to work self-learning materials. Gamini? Yes, Gamini, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear. I can
Yes,
hear, sir.
yes. Can
I
you?
can hear you, sir.
Yes. Can you add something? Just suggest anything to improve results and regarding the present scenario.
Especially, I mean, the teachers have to make the student familiar with the new words, especially.
Mm-hmm.
So, if the teachers encourage them to, I mean, use the dictionaries and refer, I mean, the new words from that and become familiar within this vacation time, I think they will be able to do that, sir.
Yes. Uh, I guess everybody of
Once they
you
come,
has done something in this period, no? Although you are not going to schools, you may have some links and you may have talked to parents, I guess most of the schools. And Huawei P30 Lite, who is the teacher?
Me, sir, from Horagolla Vidya.
So you have also a little bit weaker students, I guess.
Sir,
Your
excuse me.
students are a little bit weak, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So what is your
Me
plan?
and Gautam is doing.
Mm-hmm. So what?
I'm doing grade 10, sir. This time I'm doing grade 10.
So who is
Teacher
doing?
Gautam is doing all.
Gautami,
She's here, sir.
Gautami was here, no?
She's here. Yes, sir.
Now who is Gautami? You are Gautami, no? Okay. Okay, in your case, you have to pass, you have to increase S passes. The number of W's actually it has increased this much because of the teachers who taught them from 6 to 9. We have to understand this reality. If those teachers did a fair thing, those students, they are not going to, we don't have this much of W passes. You got my point. Because you see, we do have,
Last year I have done, sir.
okay,
Grade 11.
say this is 700, nearly 800 students are ready to fail. I mean, at least. So, And the tragedy is 0 to 10. It is said that 78 students in Naththandiya Division is 0 to 10, and 11 to 20, nearly 300 students. So that is the tragedy. 300 means around 400 students have scored below 20. So why is it? That's the problem. These cases should be addressed in the lower layers. I mean 6 to 8. Probably the case is for the 6 to 8. Sometimes trained English teachers are not doing, most of the non-English teachers are doing the English subjects. And the other thing is teachers have gone with the bright people and they have ignored the low performing students. So that's why we are having this much of failures. The, for this cohort, most of the rural schools are contributing lot. So that's why we need to think about these rural schools, especially Oroville, and there are so many rural schools. We need to reduce. I mean, we don't want to see any students from uh, any students below 20 marks after studying maybe 11 years. If they can't get at least 20 marks for the English, there is a question what we have done. If you don't have English teachers in that particular school, that's okay. If the school is there, teachers are there, still they can't achieve 20 marks for the English subjects, that will be a problem. So that's why, especially you need to think with, you need to discuss the matter with other staff as well. I mean, other English teachers. So this is not good thing because as a zone, previously we were in third position in the province. Later we got fourth position. Now it's fifth position. As a zone, we are going backward. Even in northwestern province, Nikavarattiya, Putlam, Maho, most of are very rural division. This time also Putlam, they have 8% of increase English resource. In Chilla, we have 4 point something. And Nicavarity and Maho, they are increasing their resource. But in our case, we have stuck. That's the problem. Maybe our strategy is not working. So that's why just think about reducing these W's. But for this year, you are not going to cover up the syllabus. You are not going to teach new things. What you are going to do is just improve the research, which means you have to practice the paper. To practice the paper, you should have the collection of materials. Then only you will realize and you can have the printed copies and give it to them and let them to do it and then discuss it. For the very weak students, give sample answers for the picture descriptions, bar charts, and that fill in the blanks questions. Just if you do maybe 15-20 questions, they will end up with at least 3 or 4 marks they can take after the at the exam. So that's up to you. Train your students. Otherwise, it's really impossible to improve research. Yes, Nishani, you are here, no? So, Dhammi sir, you are performing well. So, what is your plan? I mean, other than Google Classrooms, what is your plan this year? I mean, for this, maybe we have 3 or 4 months. What is your future plan? Yes, Nishan? Can you hear? So your mom is unmute. Yes. So you can speak, I guess. I can't hear anything. Yes. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just hands up, Nishan.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Now we can hear. Yes,
Hello.
yes, I can hear you. You can contribute. So maybe you are having some sort of technical difficulties. Anyway, it's really nice to see you. The thing is, just I need to show you the results and the present scenario of your schools. Just compare because the previous cohort might be different from the present cohort. I mean, previously you had separate set of students. Now they have done their O-levels, and so we can't expect anything. But now you only knows the present situation of your people. So other thing is the percentage you have achieved 2019, it can't be decreased in 2020. It should go up. Otherwise, it's a problem, no? So especially in the Misra and Narayanan, both schools where they have higher, more than 90%, it's really difficult to keep this percentage. So you have to work a lot, but still you have plenty of stuff and you have to share your mechanisms and maybe shuffle the teachers for some lessons or practicing the questions. Just discuss the matters with the other English teachers and how we are going to improve your A's and B's. Likewise, how we are going to make the pass percentage more than 95. So especially your target should be more than 95 in Dhammisara and Maravilla. And also other schools like other schools in this in this graph starting Naththandiya Horogolla Mattakotuwarala Sri Seelananda Walhapitiya Mahava Dharma teacher is here, I guess.
Sir, I'm here.
And yeah, these are the pillars of W students. So you need to reduce this time you have to reduce W passes, increase S passes. If you can take your school to this height, then only your first effort is to increase B's and C's. Then when you go to this height, you have to increase A's. That is the systematical method to improve the results. So that's why you have to think how to reduce this. In that case, you are not going to teach them how to write a complete essay, which is useless. Because if you have this much of failures, it means that their competency is very less. Although this represent the last year O level, this year might be same. If you make a graph for do the analysis, just analyze your term test marks. If you were there in the Naththandiya quality circle, I told you regarding the item analysis. Can you remember how to analyze a question paper? Gamini, I don't know whether just analyze the question papers and see what are the questions they can grab marks and what are the questions which are very difficult to your own students.
Sir?
Yes, okay, you are there now. So likewise, I just need to show you. So these are your new targets. According to these targets, I didn't just think and put these targets because your number of past students are like this. These current number of past students according to the 2019 results. I have at this 24 and for example in St. Sebastian 24 which were laying 30 to 39 and another 44 which are laying 21 to 30. These cohorts should be trained to get at least this pass. I'm not going to say you think about 11 to 20 and below 20 people I'm not going to say anything. In the school level you have to have a mechanism to track them and follow them to get a S pass for other subjects than English, because people who have scored below 20, Now it's no time to train them to get a S pass. Just in the school level, have some mechanisms to get at least S2 another basket subject, so they need not to waste their time to do, I mean, write A's and B's and try to English. That particular time period can be used for them to increase their resource from the other subjects like in Sinhala or Buddhist or Catholic or health science. So which is easier to get
Yeah.
at least for 6 passes with 3 credits. So in the school level, they need to think
Yeah.
about these students. But in your case, you have to think about these students, and you need to have separate materials, separate programs to increase S passes, and also separate mechanism to increase B's and A passes. Get my point? So
Okay.
we have another 3 minutes left. So anything you can add here?
Yeah. For me, sir,
Yes. Yes, I mean speak.
the other thing that, yeah, sir, one question paper can be done several times, sir.
Yeah, that's what actually I told you.
Sir,
To
can you hear?
practice them, even the picture description, the same picture with the same answer, just try to do it twice or thrice.
Yeah.
So at least they will learn some
Yeah.
word. This is not to increase A passes. This
Yeah.
is to increase S passes. But
Yeah.
for increase A's and
Yes,
B's,
part.
you need to develop their writing skills. So you need to let them
Yeah.
to do so many writings, essays, notices to check whether their writings are very good. Especially when you start the schools, just give some maybe diagnose questions to see whether what has happened to them after 2 months. Although you have contributed a lot to WhatsApp and FB, we don't know whether they are doing it or not because we didn't have time to mark them. No?
We are marking, sir.
You are marking,
Yeah.
so that which is very
Yeah,
fast.
now
Yeah.
we are marking and sending them.
Okay. Nishani, are you mark? Do you have any sort of marking procedure in Google Classrooms?
Sir, we are not marking, there's no procedure like that.
Mhm.
But through that lessons,
Mhm.
after students doing those kinds of lessons, they send some, yes, personally, they send some, yes, write the answers and send us personally. Then we personally mark them out in that group. If
Okay.
they have problems,
If you are doing it
they come.
personally, it is great. In Google Classroom, as far as I saw it, you don't have that much of mechanisms. It's not possible because you have so many subscribers.
Yes, sir. Personally, they send us, then we mark it.
Okay, I actually appreciate your
Then,
efforts you have taken in the Google Classrooms. And
thank you,
there
sir.
are so many materials. Please share with the group so others, even the if you have materials, Nishani,
Yes,
where
sir.
you have used in Google Classroom, still if you are okay, you can share within the other group. So it's possible because if the uh, ownership is with you, you can share it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
just make use of them.
We are willing to do that, sir.
Yeah, please share with the all materials. So
Yes,
we
sir.
have less than 1 minute, so I need to thank all to joining with me after some days. Obviously, I am not going to take your time after starting school. That's why I need to tell you and I need to show you the resource analysis and congratulate to you all. And all to I needed to show you the things what you have to develop. Please be alert and plan yourself to do something. So thank you very much, especially Mr. Gamini, our service advisor, and everybody. So I'll wind up the session. Thank you very much. If you have any concerns, I'll put these recordings in WhatsApp and FB as well. So for the marking things and analysis, if you have problem, just go through the recordings and you can have idea. If you still you have a problem, just text me, WhatsApp or Messenger, whatever possible.